fellow film fans. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Mercy, and this is the Funny Pajamas YouTube channel. Now it's that time of the week again for some more Mandalorian goodness. And as scheduled, the latest episode of The Mandalorian, that is the episode titled The Siege, was dropped recently. And this is my thoughts and reviews on the subject. Now I would like to say that this is definitely having a lot of spoilers. So if you haven't seen this episode yet, what are you waiting for? Go watch it, check it out, and then come back and watch this video. Now we pick up where we left off last week, and Din Djarin, that is the Mando, is on his way to drop Baby Yoda with Ahsoka Tano. Now the problem is his ship is in a pretty beat up and bad state, so he decides to make a stop at Nevarro, where we saw the series kick off. So returning to Nevarro for repairs for his ship. Now he is reunited there again with Greef Karga, played by Carl Weathers, and Cara Dune. Now, as the general structure for these episodes, Mando arrives on a planet or at a place, and he is requested to help with certain matters, and he helps. So it forms sort of a adventure of the week type structure that goes along with each episode. So that's how this one starts off. Mando lands on the planet Nevarro, and Greef Karga, played by the great Apollo Creed himself, Carl Weathers, asks for his help in clearing out an Imperial base which is supposed to be shut down but for some reason is still open. So he wants him to help out this base and in the process make Nevarro a trading post. Now we've seen Nevarro seems to have undergone a lot of change since the last time Mando was there, and it definitely seems to have improved. It's no longer that scummy backwater for black market dealers and the criminals of the world and all. Now it seems to be more lively, we see in the opening shots more people, it's more colorful. There's a market square. We even see a statue of IG-11 because we know he helped rescue these people in the previous season. And there's a marketplace, there are vendors, there are people walking around. There even is a new school. And we see that Greef Karga seems to be playing more of an administrator role, whereas Cara Dune is the marshal. So she's in charge of clearing out the place. So they decide to ask Mando for help. Mando agrees and says, okay, I'll help out, and they all head out along with Mithril. Now Mithril was a character who briefly turned up in the first episode, the pilot episode of The Mandalorian in season 1, and we see that he is apprehended by Mando and he's frozen in carbonite. So we see his return and he plays the comic relief in this, and I felt they lent a little too heavily on that. In some places it did turn out tedious. They kept returning to him for comic relief, and the joke sort of seemed to get old after the first few times. Anyway, they go ahead and they land at this base, and they find out that the base is still active and there are lots of stormtroopers there, and they stumble upon a secret, and this is where the reveal is dropped. They find out that this base is actually a lab where they are conducting experiments. Now the doctor we saw in the previous episode makes a return in holographic form here, and the reveal is dropped that they have of why they wanted Baby Yoda. What was the reason Moff Gideon was so much after and hell-bent on getting his hands on Baby Yoda? Apparently they drew blood samples from Baby Yoda and are trying to infuse it into living beings. Now why, we don't know. They have left us with that for all of us to speculate and marinate on the matter, but I'm guessing they're trying to create, they harvested from Baby Yoda because of the high M count. Now M count here I'm sure refers to the midichlorians. Now what I'm assuming what they're trying to do is create force empowered individuals who can manipulate the force. So I'm thinking they're trying to imbue the force on clone troopers or stormtroopers, and Moff Gideon is probably trying to create an army for himself or to get the Empire's deeds done. Or maybe they're trying to use this in creating Snoke, who comes in the timeline, who comes further later in the sequel trilogy which we saw. Or maybe they're trying to bring back a clone of Palpatine. So it really leaves us with just enough to excite us, get us intrigued, and of course start a net-wise debate on what they are up to. So this episode was written by Jon Favreau, directed by Carl Weathers himself, and as a starting episode, I thought it was an amazing attempt, and it was really good. One of my favorite episodes. Now you do know I bashed a lot on the second episode, but I do think that this episode is one of the stronger episodes. Not my favorite, but one of the best. And I enjoyed the fight sequences, the action scenes. There's a lovely chase scene in the middle, and Mando saves the day on the Razor Crest, which is now, by the way, fixed. And Baby Yoda has got really cute moments, and what I really thought was Carl Weathers seems to know how to direct Baby Yoda in a really, I'm sure they use a puppet for Baby Yoda, but Carl Weathers seems to know how to direct him very well. I mean, the way Baby Yoda moves, and he's got some really cute and adorable scenes. And I thought Carl Weathers did a really good job at it. Now, as we know, last episode, the name of Ahsoka Tano was dropped. And as expected, she didn't turn up in this episode. But I'm thinking she'll turn up in the next episode because it's being directed by Dave Filoni. And we know Dave Filoni really likes this character. And also making a comeback is the pilot Carson. Now we saw him in episode 2. He's one of the TIE fighters who rescues Mando, and in the beginning is chasing Mando on the Razor Crest in the episode 2, that is episode The Passenger. And we see him make a return, and we delve a little into Cara Dune's backstory. We hear that now some people are theorizing that maybe she is related to a certain someone or some such. We'll have to see further ahead. And I really liked how this episode was on its own a good episode, followed the basic structure that they've built, but at the same time worked and further enhanced the plot and led us further to where we are going. Now, I'm glad that we saw more of Moff Gideon, and I hope we see even more of him further ahead, because he's one of my he's a really intriguing character, and I'm interested in seeing what he is up to, what's his plan, what's his motive. Now, we see at the end of the episode that one of the technicians working on the Razor Crest did plant a small tracking beacon. So now Gideon has got his eye on the Razor Crest and he is able to track it. And I'm guessing this will lead him to Ahsoka Tano. Now, I don't know what plans they have for Ahsoka Tano, but I hope they knock it out of the park. Good job on them. I really enjoyed this episode. Hope you liked it too. And listen, while you're here, be sure to hit that beautiful red subscribe button down below. Become a subscriber to my channel. And of course, hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post something new. Be sure to hit the like button because it really helps me out, and give this video a like. Now, what did you think of this episode? Did you like it as much as I did? Now, remember, we did see a shot of of what looked like shadow troopers or stormtroopers or some sort of droids at the last end. What is Moff Gideon planning? I'm really inquisitive and I really want to know. Moff Gideon has become a close favorite character of mine, and I want to see what his backstory is, how they flesh him out, what his motives are and such. Listen, Funny Pajamas has its own standalone website, so what are you waiting for? Go check out that website. It's www.funny-pajamas.com, pajamas with a Y. And you can always contact me on Twitter at Mercy_D, on Instagram at Mercy_SD. Funny Pajamas also has a Facebook page, so be sure to follow that. Or you can follow me on Facebook at mercy.sharon.devdas. So be sure to join me. You can also contact me by email at mercy@funny-pajamas.com. Once again, pajamas with a Y. Hope to see you again next week. Thanks for tuning in. This is Mercy, signing out. Bye.